welcome to Long Time No See, the podcast, coming to you from Gold Diggers Recording Studios in Los Angeles, California. We'll be getting to know some of your favorite comedians a little bit better, and so will they. Each week's guests have no idea who the other guests will be, so without further ado, please remove your blindfolds and introduce yourselves.
Hello.
Jesse.
I'm Brad.
Oh, good. I was hoping it was someone I knew.
I was hoping it was somebody who was also wearing sunglasses. It appears one of us has stolen the other's bit.
Where's my coffee cup?
I requested that the other guest could not have coffee.
Power move.
We'll start with the first question. What was your most recent bomb, and how did it compare to your worst bomb?
Why do you look at me to go first?
Well, I feel like you bomb more than I do, so I was like, actually, I can't remember.
I'm trying to think of, I haven't bombed in so long, but I know my worst bomb was 2 years into comedy, and I was hoping to open for Murray Bamford in Phoenix. I asked the owner of Stand Up Scottsdale if I could do it, and he's like, I have to see you go up. And he went to this local bar. They had probably 6 people in this huge room watching the show, and they were all one party at a table of 6 in this empty room. And I went up, and literally during my set, somebody downloaded on their phone an app that played cricket sounds and played it. And then after my set, I went up to the owner and I was like, so do I get the gig?
I haven't bombed in a while either. I bombed 2 days ago. It was 2 days ago. It was at the Improv in the Lab, and
that doesn't count.
There were very few people there, and I tried to, just open her up with a little bit of crowd work. And I talked to a guy, and I asked him a question, and he just said, and it wasn't a yes or no question, but his answer was no. I was like, hey man, how was your no? Okay, well, I'll go fuck myself. Hardest bomb was probably when I had to perform at my sister's birthday party.
Oh my God.
And everybody knew me. And I was covered in sweat. And they're like, it's pretty cold in here. I was like, no, it's hot. It's hot. It's hot. It's not the fact that I was asked to do something that makes me very uncomfortable. One time a guy threw a sandwich at me, though.
Did you catch it, or did it fall apart as it hit you?
It was it was like a melt, so it stuck together.
Oh, okay.
So it's less graphically satisfying.
I don't know why I cared what kind of
No,
sandwich.
yeah, I know. If it was like a turkey club, it would have been good.
Yeah.
What is one thing people wouldn't believe was true about you?
I've never been on a jet ski.
My conspiracy theories have been proven correct. This also means the Jews run the media. If I'm right about one, I'm right about the other.
When you're right, you're right.
You've never been on a jet ski?
No.
Oh, wow. This is not my natural hair color. No, I'm just kidding.
You're kidding. I wish I had a sandwich.
If you threw a sandwich at me during this, I would quit comedy. I think that's the highest high
I always
could
keep one on
achieve.
me, just in case.
What's someone wouldn't believe about me? I used to be a respected educator. I was a teacher for a long time.
I didn't know that.
I know. When I was an administrator, I threw in respected. Yeah, it's up for debate.
What did you teach?
I taught children. No, I'm like,
Not
wait a second,
what?
what did you teach? I'm like, children, not animals. It was a high school, and I ran their service learning department. So I would teach half in the classroom, half experiential learning, and we'd
You look like an experimental teacher.
I look like an experimental teacher. That sounds like I molested you. I did not. You look like an experimental teacher. I had short hair back then.
Next question.
If you can,
I, for one, would like to stay on this one. I have to clear my name.
If you could wake up tomorrow having gained any one quality or ability, what would it be?
Flight.
Parkour. Okay, yours is better. Flights? Can we do ones? We can do ones that aren't real?
Yeah, that's fine.
Oh, fuck.
You said parkour.
I said parkour.
That's basically flight, though.
That's basically flight.
Yeah.
How sad would it be a guy in his mid-30s who just learned parkour? People would be like,
Oh, my
I guess. If my friends saw me doing parkour all of a sudden really well, they'd be like, I guess that's cool.
Yeah, I don't know what they would think about it. My best friends, Katie and Janelle, would be like, Jesse's in parkour now. Nah. Do they have tournaments? Is it like
tournaments?
stand-up where you have to like people come out and watch?
Is it like stand-up? There are no stand-up tournaments I've been a part of.
No, like people come out and watch stand-up. Do people go out and watch parkour?
I don't think for me. It's like more like take it to the streets. I think if I could learn parkour and one martial art, that would be cool.
I want to learn martial art too.
Yeah,
All of them.
all of them.
Yeah.
Cool.
All right, what would your opening line?
Like then we both just stop. We're like, okay, next year.
What would be your opening line with your celebrity crush if you ran into them at a bar here in LA?
I need the keys to your car because I'm working the valet. It's probably what's happening.
Yeah.
It's probably something like that.
Yeah. Yeah, mine would be like, they asked me not to talk to the guests.
I used to be a production assistant for years, and my dad is so celebrity crazy. He was like, you should go get a picture with these people. And I was like, it's not really the thing when you're on set, especially as a production assistant, to be like taking pictures with the stars on like the late show or something. Yeah. And he's like, well, what you do is you wait till they go into the bathroom. And that's when you...
Sounds like me as a teacher.
Yeah.
I had one where I used to work photo booths at parties. Like I'd work for this fancy photo booth company, so I'd go and I'd build the photo booth. And so celebrities would be at these parties sometimes. And one time it was a Halloween party, and John Stamos came to the photo booth, and he was like, man, this party's pretty crowded. And I was like, yeah, it's a pretty full house. And he did not like it.
Really?
I was like, that's the fastest my brain has ever worked.
You should have been like, shoo-ba-da-bop.
Whatever happened? Yeah, I could nail that.
Yeah.
What's the dumbest thing someone's ever said to you after a show?
Oh, somebody told me that they didn't like my comedy because I had...
That sounds like okay.
Yeah, no, that's not the weird part. I get that all the time. They said they didn't like my comedy because there were a lot of false premises, and that he
What a fucking loser.
yeah, and then he was like, but also I'm autistic, so take everything with a grain of salt.
Oh,
And
yeah,
then I
so
was
you're the
like-
bad guy, I guess. You're just coming on here making fun of autistic people.
No, I'm not making fun of
Put the
him.
blindfolds back on. Get somebody else in here. No, I know you're not. I know you're not.
So I threw a sandwich at him.
Yeah.
No, but I thought it was funny. He's like, yeah, your false premises, like, I didn't like it because I knew that the things you were talking about weren't true. And I was like,
Whoa. People, my favorite dumb thing is like when people are positively anti-Semitic. Like, because sometimes if I do comedy in the South or the Midwest, like, especially like smaller, I'm not doing huge places. They don't bring me there. But I go, like, you go to a small place and they're like, like a guy came up to me, he's like, man, he's like, I haven't met many Jewish people, but I really like you guys. You run the banks and the media. And he like thought it was awesome. I was like, it was like really crazy. It was also, he was like, yeah.
he's like, respect.
Yeah, he's like, respect, man.
That's so weird.
It was like very positive anti-Semitism.
I'll get like, you're the only funny female comedian. And I'm like, no, there's so many more. Like, take that part out, please. I feel like I killed the momentum. Let's take it back.
I've gotten before, like after I've like done a show, like hey man, you should do this. I'm like, you just saw me do it. Like,
Yeah.
I was like, you should like
that's the
consider
worst.
doing this. I'm like, I've been doing it for a long time.
Yeah, I'm currently doing it. That's funny.
What inedible thing do you wish you could eat?
Hope.
Hope. I'm gonna go with change. The rest of Obama's campaign.
Worst
question.
fad you were into?
Oh, worst fad you were into.
I think one time I wore leather pants. One time.
That's funny. I could say Jinkos, and I was like, I had Jinkos in middle school.
The big jeans,
yeah,
right?
the really big jeans. Yeah, so bad. So bad. I wore Jinkos, and then I tried to frost my tips, but it didn't work on red Jewish hair, and so it just turned a different shade of red. So
Like a
everybody
fire
else,
red?
everybody else had frosted tips, and it just it looked like I was like a match. I don't know. It was bad. It was like kind of purpley.
Bring it back. I think.
Frost my tips.
Yeah.
I show up to the comedy store next week, and I'm like, Jetski, get this. I have frosted tips so I can do parkour.
I'd support it.
Yeah.
If you weren't in comedy, what would you be pursuing?
Probably music. I went to school to teach music.
Oh, really?
They didn't let me teach the kids. But no, I dropped out.
Because you were mean to the autistic ones.
Yeah, I was like,
You they didn't let you teach the kids?
no, I dropped out because I did a bunch of drugs. But then I went into stand-up.
You should want your music teachers to do drugs. That's the one
Right?
teacher who should be like, they should be doing drugs. Yeah, I'd probably be working in nonprofits and teaching still. That'd be a real bummer, helping the world.
I know, no fun in that.
Sometimes when I tell people, like a lot of comedians, you learn the other thing they did. You're like, oh, it's really cool that you found comedy. I tell people what I used to do, and they're like, oh, that was better.
No, this is better. Because you can help people and profit.
Oh yeah, the profit part I haven't figured out yet.
No,
I made more as a teacher.
That sucks.
Sure does.
If you could recast your favorite movie with comedians, who would be in it now?
Who could play Oscar Schindler?
Someone real zany.
Yeah, someone real. I guess Shane Gillis. I was like, what's a weird one?
You want to kill it.
Bobby Lee is Oscar Schindler.
Oh my God. That's a tough one.
That is a tough one. What is my favorite movie?
I like The Matrix.
Ooh, that's a good one.
Yeah. I would be
Is that where the
Neo.
leather pants came from?
Yeah, probably.
Got ruined in the Matrix for a while. You cast yourself as Neo?
Yeah.
Honestly,
I mean,
I'd watch that.
Hollywood would like it.
Yeah.
Whoa.
That was a good whoa.
Thanks.
I'd recast. So my favorite movie was Aladdin, the animated, not the new one.
Yes, I love the Aladdin.
Yeah.
I watched all three.
But I'd recast it with all the voice actors as with all black comedians. Like I want it to be like super, like Def Jam comedy sounding, but Aladdin.
Oh, that'd be awesome.
Yeah. Because I feel like Aladdin, all the people were brown drawn, but they all sounded white.
Yeah.
And so I
They
wanted to
were
take it in a
all
different.
white.
They were all white. Yeah.
Yeah.
From Full House, Steve from Full House played Aladdin.
That's right. And then there was that special episode where they went to Disneyland and he was dressed as Aladdin.
Yeah.
Shoo-ba-da-ba-ba-da.
Whatever happened to predict? Welcome to Jack Fink's Full House podcast, where we just say random things about Full House sometimes.
What would constitute a perfect day for you?
A day or a date?
Day.
No, nothing to do. I like the beach or like nature in the morning and then maybe a nap and then go to a good show at night.
I like the nap being in there. Part of the day I'd be unconscious if it was going to be perfect.
That's my perfect day.
I think a perfect day in Los Angeles. I think I'd start out. I'd go to We Spa, the Korean spa. Be a naked. It's like a poor man's spa. You go naked around
I've
a
heard
bunch
of
of other
it.
people. It's good. Gosh, I'd eat a lot of. You know what? My perfect day is I would be able to eat wheat again because I became gluten free in my later years. I say that as if I'm dying. But when I was 30, I found out that I was allergic to wheat, and that's why I would almost always shit my pants.
Yeah.
Every day. Every day there would be an emergency, and eventually I was like, I should get this checked out.
You're like, why is this happening?
Why is this
then
happening?
You eat a loaf of bread.
Just eating. I'll go to Subway. No meat. Just give me the foot-long bread, please. And so that would be my perfect day, just eating bread.
Well, you got to wake up the next day.
What?
You got to wake up the next day.
No, I die at the end of my perfect day.
Okay. That
It's
makes
like that
sense.
episode of that show everyone loved. God damn it.
Full House.
Yeah. It's like that episode of Full House where at the end Uncle Joey killed himself.
Well, I was trying to
We're going to do cut it out. Yeah.
All right. Bring
What-
it back. Can we take that out?
Let's edit that part out of this.
What is something you wish other comedians would stop doing?
Assaulting.
Feels like I have to say ditto.
No, I don't think they're doing that anymore.
I mean, not as front-facingly, but
Let's see. I don't know.
I thought your first answer was pretty good.
Okay, I'll leave it at that.
I wish they would all stop posting clips because then none of us would have to do it. If everyone stopped doing it.
I know. I was thinking of that, but I was like, do I say it? because it's helped a lot of people.
Oh yeah.
But then people go to shows and I think they're expecting crowd work because
Yeah.
now we're at the place where there's so much of it that you're getting the anti-crowd work.
Well,
bits.
yeah, exactly. Well,
Yeah.
what annoys me, I've been doing crowd work because I'm not very good at writing for years.
You are an amazing improviser.
Thank
Speaking
you.
of Aladdin, I remember that Don't Tell We did, and there was a second story. It was like outside, and there was a staircase upstairs, like on the building behind the stage, and you started from up top and sang that song from Aladdin as you came down the stairs. I don't know.
Sounds like a really well-written joke.
It was awesome. It was awesome.
Sounds perfectly crafted.
No, it was
No, but
made
as
up
a
on the
person,
spot.
as a person who's like done a lot of like riffing and crowd work for like well before the like revolution online, and who also I don't really tape my sets, it's like become weird for me. Like it
Yeah.
feels weird doing it now.
It's like
So,
everybody's doing the thing
yeah,
you do.
I'm just like, and it's fine. I'm cool with other people doing it, but it's like become a weird thing where it's like you're doing the thing, and I'm like, yeah, but it's been like a part of. Yeah, I don't know.
It's also tough when you're on stage and the person before you does all crowd work, and then you've written all these jokes,
Yeah.
and the crowd is just like, why aren't they talking to us?
Yeah.
And you're like,
Well, it's like people literally face cameras at the crowd now, so the crowd is like, I am a part of this. It is about. So it's interesting.
yeah, take the audience out of the equation.
You know what? No audiences
Yeah,
anymore.
no audience.
You know, just me in a room talking, and I make money.
and no assault.
Yeah. Oh yeah, the assault thing.
What do you wish you had more time for?
Napping. No, I'm gonna go with reading. I used to like read a lot, and I find it makes me a better person. And now I don't remember how to read.
Yeah.
No, I just don't have time for it, and I do think it's like nice. It calms me down.
Makes your brain feel good.
Yeah.
Yeah, it feels like my brain's on a bicycle when I'm reading. Because you're like, this is fun, and then after a while you get tired.
Yeah.
You're like, all right, put the book down. But then
That's one of my favorite comments of all time. Reading. It makes my brain feel good.
It's a PSA for reading.
And then under you, it just says never been on a jet ski.
What job would you be terrible at?
Most of them.
Yeah, doctor.
I would love if you came in and if you came in and you were my doctor and you were like, reading feels like my brain's on a bicycle.
I'm going to prescribe you one book.
Yeah. I'd be bad. I'm bad. Anything like numbers related. Not that I'm like, I was okay at math, but I just get so bored.
Oh, yeah. Also, anything with authority. I think I'd like the power too much.
Jetski is a rogue cop. I'd watch that movie.
Yeah, I'd be enforcing a lot.
Yeah.
I don't trust myself.
Always
with
turning off your body cam.
Yeah, oh, yeah.
What changes have improved your life so much you wish you did it sooner?
Making money.
I was going to say therapy, but I'm now going to go with making money. That's more aspirational. I'm not yet making much money.
I want to get into therapy.
Oh, yeah?
Yeah.
Yeah, it's good.
Yeah.
I punch less things.
Oh, nice.
Therapy, I punch less things sometimes.
Our therapies are reversed. Like, if
Yeah.
I did therapy, I'd punch more things.
Mm-hmm.
All right.
So you have to express your anger.
You Freaky Friday into the president for 24 hours starting right now. What's the first thing you do?
Kill myself. No, I'm kidding. I'm kidding. I'm kidding.
I was going to say make sweet, sweet love to Jill, but
Oh, freaky. I would probably like pass a fun law.
sounds like someone who knows how government works. What would your fun law be?
Like required naps.
Oh, yeah.
Something
yeah.
like
I'd require a
light.
lot of naps with you.
Something light.
I'd make it National Full House Day. Man, I think I would. With Biden, I would go get a checkup. Like, I would, like, go to the doctor and just, like, so I would know how he's doing. Would be the first thing I would do. I'd take a dump, and then I'd call, just because I feel like he has a good toilet. And then I'd call, like, a world leader and just gab.
Oh, yeah, like Trump?
No, like Putin.
Oh, a
And
different world leader.
Just gab. Probably Zelensky. Yeah. I think that would be fun, just, like, gab.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Is there a joke you've recently heard that you wish you wrote?
No, but I watched Sarah Silverman's new special, and I was just like, the whole thing, I was like, this is so good.
Yeah, it's really good.
Yeah, I was laughing like, it's rare I'm like just laughing out loud. Usually you're watching comedy when you see so much of it, and you're just like, ah.
Yeah, did you watch Chris Fleming's special? Mm-mm. He's like an incredible performer. And so it's like less the joke. I just watched the way he moves on stage. I'm like, I need to dance. Like, people look at my set and they're like, I wish he danced more. But no, just like the physicality of it. I'm like, I wish I could move like that.
Oh, yeah. You can.
Thank you.
You just the rest of the podcast.
Thank you.
See?
I'll think of a joke later. I'm going to come back to this one.
Sounds good. Overrated and underrated cities to perform in.
Oh, I know what underrated. Florida. Maybe people like Florida, but I think as a whole, everyone rags on Florida.
They do.
But I went there and it was really fun.
Yeah. Oh, Florida's fun. No one's ever said Florida's not fun. They said it can be too fun.
Oh, I thought people like
no.
they're like Florida sucks, and I had a great time there.
I think Santa Barbara's underrated.
Yes.
To perform in Santa Barbara. I've never not had fun performing in Santa Barbara. Overrated. Honestly, LA is probably overrated as a stand-up town.
Yeah. Yeah.
The people outside of it, people inside of it, all the comedians here know.
Yeah.
But like the people who are outside, they're like, if I just went to LA, it would be great. And then all of a sudden, cut to me performing at the Lab for 7 people, being like, "This is my dream."
True. I agree with that. Yeah. LA is like you go there to work, you go here to work, but it's not like
Yeah.
you're like, this rocks.
Yeah. But the cities outside of LA, like San Diego and Santa Barbara, are two of the best cities to perform in.
Yeah.
Anywhere with bros is generally pretty fun. They're just so happy.
Yeah, they're carefree.
Yeah.
They don't know what's going on.
They don't know what's happening at all.
What's the most annoying thing people do in public?
Oh, I have a few.
Let's go.
I hate when a group of people are walking on the sidewalk and I'm walking the other way and they take up the whole sidewalk.
The worst.
Yeah.
I hate it so much.
I'm just like, what do you want me to do? Jump in the street?
Yeah, they do.
Yeah. They like
no,
link arms.
They link arms. You're just constantly running into search parties. They're actually canvassing looking for a lost boy.
They got their flashlights out.
Yeah.
It's so annoying.
People talking loudly on cell phones in places that are quiet.
Yeah.
I don't like that.
So annoying.
I saw a dude in a coffee shop take a full Zoom call.
Oh, yeah. And they're like, business, business, money, money.
Yeah.
It's like, shut up. We get it.
We get it. You have a job without an office, I guess?
And probably like in the middle of a divorce.
Yeah. Oh, yeah, that would make sense. They'd be at home if they weren't getting a divorce.
Yeah.
For sure, a divorce. There's so much I don't like about people in public. Oh, I hate any noise in a movie theater. Die.
Any noise?
Well, not like any noise. Are you a movie talker?
No.
Yeah.
And when other people talk to me, like if I bring a friend to the movie and they're like talking to me throughout the movie, I don't know why I'm doing this. I forgot there's a microphone here. I get really like awkward of.
Yeah, no, I don't like being talked. Yeah. Yeah. I told a guy was texting the whole time. He was right in front of me, and I was like, hey, you're gonna have to put that away.
You do that? I'm too nervous to do that.
I did it because it was annoying me so much. I was like, I just spent $20 to be here, and I am very poor.
Yeah.
And so I was like, excuse me. I tried to do it nicely, and then his friend next to him was like, can you believe that guy just did that? And I just went, I can hear you.
Whoa, you're a Jew controlling the media.
Yeah, I was a Jew controlling the media, yeah. He was just trying to post to Twitter or something.
So stupid. I also don't like. Wait, I got another one.
Go.
We do this for the rest
We're
of the
gonna
hour.
be here for a while.
Please do it. We have time.
Oh, they if you're hiking or at like a pool, like at a hotel pool or something, and people bring the portable speaker and they blast their music.
Oh yeah.
I don't like that.
I don't like that either.
Yeah. Okay.
Yeah.
I had to get that out.
That felt really important.
Yeah.
What's the best conspiracy theory you can make up?
Make up?
Yeah.
Oh, a new one.
That seems like a lot of work on the fly. Can we get 30 minutes with a pen and paper?
Didn't I just say I'm not known for my writing? I'm not known for anything.
Oh, to make one up.
I like that. Here's my 9/11 conspiracy theory.
Finally.
It happened exactly as it was, but it actually happened in 2002.
We all forgot.
Prove me wrong.
Damn, my head.
Just, why's your nose bleeding?
Feels like my brain fell off a bicycle.
That was a whole book for you.
Yeah. Here's one that I'm trying to work this into a bit, but it's not very funny yet. But if the Illuminati or the powers that be, like, if my conspiracy is that they're actually trying to do good for us, and we are all just like mad that they're controlling us, but they're just like a nurturing mother. It's like, we want to do good for the people,
They're
and it's
trying really hard.
World leaders meet up, and they're like, what can we do for these guys? I don't know. They hate us.
I like that.
It's a fun conspiracy.
Yeah, it is a fun conspiracy theory. I like it a lot.
You meet your 13-year-old self, but you can only tell them 3 words. What do you say and why?
Periods get easier.
Same. What? I would say to 13-year-old me, fuck. I would probably tell, is there any way to communicate, like, don't get that hand job at that bar mitzvah, someone's going to walk in?
3 words.
What about gestures? Do I get any gestures?
You get gestures.
Act out, skinny do an act out.
Okay. It just looks like maracas. He just ends up really confused. I go back to the future. I'm just in a mariachi band.
You're looking at yourself with the bleach tips and the Jenko jeans.
That's truly a situation where I would freeze and mess up my life even worse. I would try to invest in, what's a good one?
I don't know. They can't hear us on here.
We whisper. Invest in apples.
Yeah. No apple.
I just like to say apples.
Not the apple business.
Invest in an apple. Well, if I told my 13-year-old self to buy Bitcoin then, because those people who got it, I knew a dude who bought it like right away in college and mansion now.
Whoa.
Yeah. So if you did it, so if I said like Bitcoin, buy Bitcoin.
Bitcoin buy.
I just end up bisexual.
Do you believe in ghosts?
Yeah.
All right. Do you have any ghost stories?
No, it's funny. Like, if I sense a spirit, I just immediately tell myself, like, not to look at it. I don't know how to explain it.
And how often are you sensing these spirits?
All the time, especially at the Comedy Store. One of my favorite memories was when I was in the Kill Tony band and with Jeremiah and Joel, and we'd go in the green room, the main room, green room. It's this little room with all these mirrors, and I'd be the first one there, and I'd just be warming up on my trumpet, and I'd be playing the music, and I'd be by myself, and I would sense like all these spirits just like listening to me play. And it felt, I don't know, it was probably just crazy, but it felt really good. Like I was kind of like giving them entertainment.
Yeah, definitely not crazy at all.
Ooh.
I'm always playing for a stadium of ghosts.
It felt like maybe 3 or 4.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Oh, I mean, that's great. Yeah, sure.
Yeah.
Uh-huh.
But I don't see them.
You don't see them. You sense them. My mom, when she was a little kid, had a ghost visitor. It was this little girl who would visit sometimes in her whole house in Virginia. And, like, straight up the way she tells the story, I'm just like, that happened. I'm like...
She saw it?
She saw, like, the outline, yeah.
Oh, my.
Yeah.
Next question.
You just won $1 billion. What are you still not buying?
Bitcoin.
Porn? No, I would buy a lot of it. I would support all the creators. I still would not buy Bitcoin. I would not buy a nice car. I'm not a car guy. I would just get a better minivan.
Oh, yeah. Yeah, you wouldn't get like a Porsche or a McLaren.
No, I don't think I could handle it.
I-
Right, because I drive a 2012 Dodge Grand Caravan.
Nice.
Yeah. Yep. Let me tell you, it's got a lot of seats.
Hell yeah.
So I'll just get a newer minivan, I think. But no nice car.
I think I'd get like a Rolls Royce.
Would you? Make it look like a jet ski, so it looks like you're always driving a jet ski around town.
And wear a top hat and
Yeah.
wave to the people.
Who is that?
Yeah, I'd blow all my money on that.
Yeah.
Yeah.
I don't think that's going to cost $1 billion.
Oh, really?
It's like,
Maybe I got 2.
What's something you're sick of having to explain?
Well, okay, so my nickname is Jetski, and then I went on Bad Friends, and Andrew gave me this nickname, Juicy, and their audience is so big that now all their fans call me Juicy, which I don't like the nickname, but anyway, my name is Jesse, and then Jetski and Juicy, and people they're like, so, what do I call you? And it's like, my name is Jesse, and they're like, well, do you prefer Jetski or Juicy? And I'm like, I don't know I don't know, so I'm tired of having to deal with all my nicknames.
Yeah.
That's it.
No, what was going through my brain was like, I was like, does she not like being called Jetski?
I love the nickname Jetski.
Yeah.
But then people are like, do I call you Jetski? But nicknames usually work where like people just start calling you the nickname.
Yeah.
But now I think people are thinking I'm like changing my name or something.
I don't like Juicy as a nickname.
Me either.
Like, I don't want to look at you when I say that. Like, hey, Juicy.
I know, it's weird. And I go on stage for the Bad Friends shows, and there's like thousands of people, and they're like, Juicy!
Hey, it's me, Juicy. Yeah, I think it's like, because Juicy, like, I imagine like when it used to be on people's butts in those pants. You know what I'm talking about?
Santino was like, I told him the second episode, I was like, the nickname's kind of sexual, and he's like, no, it's not. And I was like, well, I think of those Juicy Couture pants, and he's like, oh yeah.
Oh, I guess it is. Anyway,
But
Juicy.
now he calls me Juice, which I think Juice is pretty cool.
Yeah, that's pretty cool.
Yeah, but no.
OJ's old nickname?
Yeah, because like when I'm on stage, I murder.
Yeah. That's so funny. Oh, I'm tired of explaining to people. So here's another thing some people don't know about me. I produce reality TV. Yeah, and I am tired of explaining like how it all works. People get I try to hide it from people. No one watches this, right? Okay, thank God. So I get sick of explaining how that works.
Reality TV?
Yeah, just like the behind the scenes of it, because people are very interested.
I mean, you get them drunk.
Okay, first of all.
You pit them against each other.
See, she gets it.
If when you died, you got put into a room for eternity with people who died the same way, how would you want to die?
Autoerotic asphyxiation.
That was mine.
I'm like, all these guys are pretty cool.
God, you don't want to say the thing. With suicide. I wouldn't want to do that, but a lot of cool people did it.
Yeah. I mean, because ODs go both ways. Don't want that.
Yeah. Maybe mummified?
That's what they do once you're dead.
Oh, they don't mummify you to death.
I mean, they could mummify you to death, but I think you'd be in a room alone.
How did Cleopatra die? Stabbed?
I don't know.
I don't know anyone else mummified.
You just want to hang out with King Tut and Cleopatra? That'd be pretty
Wild
tight, honestly.
stories, yeah.
Yeah. Mummified? Yeah.
Yeah.
I'd want to die on the toilet because it would just be me and Elvis, baby.
That's awesome answer.
And honestly, I poop a lot. So just after bread day, after my perfect day filled with bread, I get to go in a room with Elvis.
That's awesome.
Do you remember the first time you guys both met?
No. And I have this with a lot of comedians where it's like we just are friends, but we don't remember exactly where this friendship started.
Yeah.
We do so many shows.
Yeah.
But I'm guessing it was a Don't Tell show.
Probably a show.
Yeah.
Yeah, probably a Don't Tell show.
Yeah.
What do you think are the biggest difference between the LA and New York comedy scene?
Stage time.
Yeah, you can get a lot more stage time in New York, right?
Yeah, I find that this is like a more serious answer probably, but I find that not even in a way, but I find that like in each scene there will be somebody who kind of breaks out, and then all the current open micers and young comedians will emulate them. And so in New York for a while, it was every time I would go to New York and see these young comedians, they all sounded like they were trying to be Mark Norman. Like they were all trying to do these really tight jokes, premise forward, like and try to like really hard punchlines and move on. And then somehow in LA for a while, I don't know who it was, but it was like There's a while where everyone was trying to kind of be like Rory Scovel. This was like years ago, and I don't really know who it is now. But I do find that like the different scenes try to emulate like whoever their most recent breakout person was.
That's interesting. I never noticed that.
Yeah. I also,
now that you say it, I totally see that. Yeah.
I also do think that there's so many less reps in LA in terms of just like number of sets you can do.
Oh yeah, it's hit or miss.
Yeah,
you have a week with like 9 spots, and then the next week you have no spots.
Yeah, so it's like the consistency of that makes people like just a little less. Like sometimes I go to New York and I'm like, man, these are fucking like. Everything feels like it's like beautifully sanded down and like people are like sharp.
Oh yeah.
Versus out here, we're just like, we're doing comedy.
Yeah, and you have the Hollywood aspect in LA, obviously. So it's like people have credits. I feel like New York is all about the comedy.
Yeah.
And in LA, it's like, well, if you have some status in the industry, like you're going to move onto certain shows faster than if you were in New York and you had that same status. Like if your comedy's not there, you're not.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Oh, no.
Like, I'm awarded a lot of opportunities because of Bad Friends, but if I went to New York, I wouldn't be getting on, like, all these shows.
Yeah.
It kind of intimidates
you deserve
me.
the opportunities.
Oh, thank you.
You're welcome, Juicy.
Where's my sandwich? I wish I had, like, 15 sandwiches.
I've been hit with a lot of sandwiches today.
If you could relive one moment in your life, which would it be?
Being born.
You're so creepy.
No, that's really bad. I didn't think about it. I answered before I thought about
it. Dramatic. No. Trying to think one moment. There's so many good ones.
For some reason, I just keep thinking about this one water slide I did, which is really a bad answer.
No, that's a great answer, but it was
like
fun.
A pretty fun water slide when I was a kid. Is that a good answer?
It was really fun.
It was really fun.
Yeah. Oh, okay. There was this day that started off bad, but it turned out really fun where I grew up in Arizona and it was like over 100 degrees outside and our air conditioning broke. And it was just me and my mom and my sister at the house. And we like went to the gas station, got a block of ice and put it in front of a fan and it did nothing. But we had a pool and my mom let us take our TV. And this was when the TVs were like big, bulky boxes, it wasn't like a flat screen. So she let us take the TV outside and watch it while we swam. And it was like really fun.
That sounds really fun.
Yeah. I was like, I can't believe we're watching TV outside in the pool.
That's so funny.
Yeah.
I have one when I was in high school. I ran cross country and our team got invited to a race that was like in Disney. It was like it was like Disney was throwing this thing. They would invite these high schoolers to run. And we had tickets to the parks one day, and we showed up at the Magic Kingdom. We wanted to ride Splash Mountain. We were like a bunch of teenagers. And they were like, we showed up to the front of the park, and they were like, oh, it's 1 minute till close. And we were like, we're runners. And then we just ran past, and we all sprinted through the park and made it to Splash Mountain and rode the last ride. And it was like, awesome. As a kid, you're like, this is the most magical thing that's ever happened.
That's so funny.
Yeah.
See you guys all running.
We're runners. Like, what the...
Favorite restaurants and what makes them so good?
I don't know.
It's interesting because there's different. I'm a diner guy. I'm from New Jersey. I love a diner.
Oh yeah.
I love a 24-hour diner. So that's like not known for its quality of food. It's more of a vibe thing, like a nice booth. Comedians love booths. We can sit there for hours. We can kind of talk shit.
Yeah, Cantor's is awesome.
Yeah, like Cantor's, House of Pies.
Yeah.
It's like these are places where it's like it's not known for it's the experience. It's the sitting there.
Yeah.
Cheesecake Factory. I'm like, how often are you going to the? I'm just like, Cheesecake Factory is really. I love a rainforest cafe. I was in Atlanta and I heard a guy on a date explaining to his date what the rainforest cafe was.
No, how did it go?
She was fascinated.
How did he explain it?
He's like, imagine a restaurant, right? He's like, imagine a restaurant and there's animals on the walls, but these animals, they're not real animals, okay?
What do you mean? They're not real.
And he's like, but they're there. And he's like, and she's like, what? And he's like, yeah. And it's like they have food. And she's like, but he was like, these animals. And then sometimes like it'll start like, you'll hear these noises like you're in the jungle. They were in their 30s, by the way. These were not children. It. Yeah. Anyway, I hope they make it there someday.
That's so funny. I did ketamine once in Arizona Mills Mall. Uh-huh. And I ended up in the Rainforest Cafe and got into like a K-hole in the bathroom at the Rainforest Cafe bathroom, and it wasn't a highlight.
Part of you is still in that bathroom.
I think so forever, yeah. Anyway.
So anyway, what's your favorite restaurant? Chipotle or something? I don't know.
I know, I like Chipotle. I like Starbucks a lot. I love Big Corp.
Starbucks is your favorite restaurant? What's your favorite restaurant at Starbucks? They got these egg bites. Let me tell you, sous vide, pretty fancy.
Well, they're everywhere you go. It's consistency, you know.
Yeah. No, yeah. My favorite restaurant, 7-Eleven, which was true for a period of my life, honestly.
You know, Taco Bell was mine.
That was like, really? Back when I was like at my like poorest comedian, I called 7-Eleven the store. Like people be like, I was like, I'm going to the store.
Yeah. Well, no, they got pizza. And,
Yeah.
Yeah.
Taquitos.
Yeah.
What's the worst gift you've received?
Life. Next.
I don't know. You know, you can't lick a gift horse in the mouth. A gift's a gift.
A gift's a gift. I'm trying to think. I don't like, conceptually, I don't like any gifts that like make me have to do an errand. Like I don't like when you get like a thing that like they're like you could return it. I'm like that's work for me.
Oh yeah.
Yeah.
Yeah, I don't like that.
Any gift that's not cash.
Yeah, just get cash.
Just give me cash. Worst gift I've ever received.
Yeah, that's a tough one.
Yeah.
We can go to the next one.
Yeah, delete that question from your records. I don't think you should ever ask that again.
You know what? It wasn't us. It was Jack.
Do you have a pre-show ritual?
Yeah.
I don't.
No, just
What's
move
yours?
on.
Sure do. Later.
You don't do that thing before?
Every time I watch
probably
the entire
stretch.
series of Full House. Yeah. No, I like to keep it like loose. Like I guess my ritual is more like I like to not take it too seriously. So I'm like kind of like out and about, being a man about town.
Yeah, being in the moment.
Being in the moment, yeah. So I try to keep myself in the moment.
That's smart. Yeah, I try to do that, and this is so corny, but I just think about love, and I try to like, because you get to a show and you see the audience, or it's like no one's doing well, and you're just like, I hate it here, and then like you just have like hate in your heart, and so you're not gonna do well on stage, or I won't. But like, so I just try to think about like, how could I love these people, and then I think about somebody I love, like my grandma or my mom. And I just like think about that, and then I try to like expand the love, and then I always do better.
I'm gonna watch you before shows now
Oh, yeah.
and be like, she's thinking about love.
Just in the back.
That was the most Disney Channel answer that you could have given. What do you
I wish I could draw this.
What do you do before shows? Like some comedians are like, yeah, I take a hit of weed or I do a bump of coke, and you're like, I think about love.
I gotta like fill my heart with love, so like
Yeah.
go on stage with good energy.
Yeah. I that's funny. Yeah, because sometimes I'll see it and it's like. I'm one of those egomaniacs. It's like everyone's doing bad, and I'm like, I'm gonna get them.
I can't go up like that.
Oh, I like totally think that. And then when I don't get them, I get off stage, and I was like, I didn't get them. Yeah, I was wrong.
If I ever go out like that, I never do well.
I just like try to like play. Like I try to get in a very playful mood because I think I'm at my best when I'm just like on a playground, you know.
Definitely.
And I'm like hopping around, like. Not really hopping around, but like that's kind of the attitude I'm like going out there with. So I try to get there.
That's good.
So that's my version of love.
Yeah.
Also a bump of coke.
Yeah, that's my version of love too.
Who makes you laugh the hardest?
I'm from New Jersey. All my childhood friends are funnier than me. Like they're just like so honest. Like I think there's an honesty. Like I'll go home looking like this, and they'll be like, you fucking ugly piece of shit. What are you out there trying to be an actual clown? And I'll be like, that's the funniest thing I've ever heard.
And they don't do comedy, yeah.
They don't do comedy. No,
It's always the people who don't pursue comedy that are the funny.
Yeah, they're just so funny. In terms of comedians, that's hard. Who makes you laugh the hardest?
Well, I was also gonna say, like, my friend Katie and my sister, they're totally different styles of humor, but they're both so funny.
There's this guy who used to make me laugh the hardest, and he will again. He stopped doing comedy for a little bit, but Thomas Dale. Do you know Thomas Dale?
I think so, yeah.
Thomas
He's coming
Dale.
back.
Yeah, and he's immediately really good again. But in terms of like comedians, Deborah DiGiovanni like just kills me.
Yeah.
Hampton Yount kills me.
Yeah.
Chris Redd. But I mean, he used to be, when he was in LA all the time, I would like run to go see him perform.
Yeah.
So many people. I honestly just like, I'm one of those comedians who I'm just like, I just love it. I just like, so many people make me laugh so hard. Everyone other than me. Then I watch my shit and I'm like, that's bad.
Yeah, right. There's so many good ones.
What do you think everyone should try once?
Meth.
No, meth was like the big billboard in Arizona, not even once.
Yeah.
So I never did it.
No, were you listening to the billboard? Pretty
yeah.
powerful billboard, actually.
Yeah, my dad would be like, listen, you girls, he'd sit my sisters and me down and be like, you girls are going to go to parties and do drugs, but just promise me you won't do meth. So I never did it, but I did all the other ones, but I just didn't do meth.
If your dad had just expanded what he said in that one talk, you would have been way more sober. I think everyone should try some sort of drug at some point, but everyone should at least once in their life leave the fucking country, like travel somewhere different. Like that's a real one that I think is really important.
Yeah, I agree. Yeah, at least their state. I know people have never left the state. Yeah.
Yeah, I think nothing does more for your perspective as a human being than just leaving your spot.
Yeah.
What's okay to steal?
Your heart. I will. By the way, when I'm driving home, I'm going to think about that and be like, I should never perform again.
What?
The fact that I just said your heart to that. to object, like there's no version of that where you guys liked hearing that.
I liked it. I was gonna be like, let's move on. That one's done. Wait, something that we should steal, like the election.
Anything from Pelosi's office.
You were there, right?
Yeah, of course.
I thought I saw you.
Yeah.
I feel like food, if you need food, you can steal it.
Yeah.
I won't stop you.
Pies from windowsills. Just anything that was ever stolen in a cartoon. Steal a pie from a windowsill.
Store.
Yeah.
That's so funny.
If you see a pie that's cooling in someone's window,
Or
you
a-
can take that pie.
or
But only if you get to the pie without your feet on the ground floating towards it.
Ooh, what's that smell? Or a picnic.
Yeah. If you're dressed as a bear, you can steal a picnic basket.
Yeah, I feel like that's okay. And I think we can steal from the rich, but only like the very rich.
Yeah.
Like the 1%.
Okay, Bernie.
Yeah.
Your place burns down, and you're getting one chance to run in. You saved your loved ones and pets. You have one item that you can snag. What would it be?
My trumpet.
That's a good one.
Yeah.
What's the one item I would snag? Probably one of my Hawaiian shirts.
Yeah, you need those.
I need them. I can't perform without them.
And you can't get them again.
If I lost all my Hawaiians, you kidding me?
It'd be like the Maui thing all
Oh
over
my
again.
god. Too soon.
Sorry. Take that out.
I think the podcast should just be that moment.
That's the clip, Jack.
That's the clip.
Canceled comedian makes Maui joke.
But seriously, I have nothing without my Hawaiians, and there's only like 3 of them I have. People think I have a lot of them. You'll notice I only wear like 3 shirts.
Yeah, I have a few in rotation too.
Mm-hmm.
Yeah.
What was ruined because too many people started doing it?
Crowd work.
What?
Crowd work.
Crowd work, yeah. Will Ferrell Anchorman voice.
Oh yeah.
Yeah, that was really funny until everyone started doing it.
I'm trying to think. I don't know what's in. I don't know. Honestly, I just don't know what's trending.
Yeah.
I don't know what's trendy. I don't know what everybody's doing.
You don't know what's trendy?
No, stop it. Yeah, I don't know what's everybody's doing right now.
Yeah. I mean, I would think people would say Burning Man, but I've never been.
Yeah, I've never been there either.
Yeah.
You
It'd
have to
be
eat
fun
10
there.
pounds of any food in one sitting. What do you eat?
10 pounds of any food in one sitting?
Mashed potatoes, probably.
That's a crazy answer.
Why?
10 pounds of
They're
mashed
heavy.
potatoes?
They're all water.
They're all water?
Yeah.
Who told you that?
Potatoes are heavy.
Potatoes are heavy.
How much is 10 pounds of potatoes?
It's a lot.
It's
But
a-
he said out at any food and you have no consequences. He said that, right?
No, you said that. You can't add parts to the question.
Wait, there's consequences?
There's consequences.
Okay, like rice cakes. Wait, that's so many more though. I was trying to think of something.
If I was going to
healthy.
eat, I'm saying mashed potatoes wouldn't even be the form of potato I'd pick. 10 pounds of French fries I could do.
Yeah, but do you get ranch?
Probably. I think you can get ranch in this scenario.
All right, I'll have that too.
Okay. I might go with buffalo wings. I love buffalo wings. I
Oh,
could
yeah.
do 10 pounds of that.
Boneless or regular?
Regular.
Yeah. Whoa.
Yeah. That's a controversial opinion. Hot take. That's almost like that thing you said about Maui.
How much time do we have left?
What's normal at 3 p.m. but terrifying at 3 a.m.?
Walking alone for me.
Walking alone at night. Yeah. Terrifying at, you said not terrifying.
Normal at 3 p.m., horrifying at 3 a.m.
Oh, yeah. Just the things, like, sometimes I'll wake up really late at night, like at 3 a.m. and like gorge, like eat like a full meal, and it's pretty bad. Like,
Yeah, and
it's pretty gross.
At 3 p.m. it's lunch.
3 p.m. it's lunch.
Yeah. At 3 a.m.
Midnight it's depression. Or 3 a.m. is depression. Yeah, I think also the like outside is scary at night.
Yeah, it's different.
Yeah.
What's the perfect show time, and where do you like going up in a lineup?
Oh, I would say 8 or 9, and like 3rd through 5th.
I like on a Friday, I like it a slightly later, like an 8:30.
Yeah.
And on a Saturday, it can be a gentleman's 8. We all know what that means.
That means-
Well, I'm not going to tell you. And I like going last because I like to watch and like see how, but I also like to go. Yeah, I just like to go. I like to go last. I'll go whenever. I just really like going up.
Last is fun, but unless there's like a ton of comedians.
Yeah, then that's hard.
Because like everyone's tired. But I've seen you go last at a lot of shows, and you tie it all together really nice.
Yeah, I think that's really fun. I'm down to go up whenever. I don't like going first when there's somebody important in the room. Like I don't mind. I'm like I just like don't care. I like going first. I'll go first. I'll call it open or whatever.
Yeah.
But if there's like somebody like, because we all know what that is when you go. Comedians know what that is. But like sometimes there'll be like someone important watching. Like a guy in a suit with a monocle being like, I am Mr. Hollywood.
I have all this money and I want to give it to someone.
Exactly. I want to invest in one boy tonight. But that's the only time I don't like going first because it's not going to go great. Like, I'll do what I can.
Yeah, it's work.
Yeah, but I like that.
Yeah.
Worst date you've been on?
I feel like I went on this date with this guy, and I got there, and he was with like 11 of his friends, and then I was.
I've seen this video online.
Yeah. and he filmed the whole thing. But I found out quickly that they were all there because one of his friends was moving, and so they were like celebrating his friends, best friends like last day, and I was kind of like, why'd you invite me?
Legitimately a mean thing to invite you to.
Yeah, and I thought it was like a one-on-one date, and then after we went to a strip club, and it was just like awkward, and
Yeah.
but I dated him for 3 months, but
I mean, you'd already invested so much in the strip club.
I know, I was like, well, I gotta have some integrity.
Yeah.
But Andy was my next door neighbor.
If you're inviting someone on a date and it's going to be like a party situation, you got to tell them before they arrive.
Yeah, I remember we had this coffee shop by our house called Bikini Beans, and it's a coffee shop, but the baristas are in bikinis.
Yeah.
And if that wasn't clear, and they had all the cups were breast sizes. So like a small would be an A cup, a medium is a B cup.
How's the business doing at this place?
Great. So my boyfriend at the time, he was like, let's go to Bikini Beans. I've never been. And I was like, all right, that'll be fun. We'll go check it out. And then you go through the drive-thru, and when we pulled up, the barista at the window goes, hi, Josh. So, yeah. Then we dated for another month.
I went with this girl a few times. I knew that she had worked for the military. I have so many bad dates, but this is the one I'll choose. And the problem's always then. Women, am I right?
I get it.
I went on this date with this, a few dates. I knew she had, and I finally, we were out, and I was like, hey, what did you do in the military? She was like, oh, I flew drones. And I was like, oh, that's crazy. How many people did you kill? And she was like, you mean terrorists? And I was like, well, I'm sure you got a few schools in there or something, or a hospital or two. And she never spoke to me again. We were at dinner. We hadn't even gotten our entrees yet. It was a whole thing.
Wow. She just got up and left?
No, but it was pretty quiet from then on out.
She's probably tracking you.
You know what? Maybe we shouldn't put this part out.
Cut this out.
You cut this part out. You know what? Cut it out.
She would have that out.
Do you have a go-to on-stage outfit?
Yes.
Yeah, he has 3.
Yeah, I have 3. It's one of my nice Hawaiians.
I have like a rotation of 5 shirts.
Yeah.
Yeah. But I'm always like trying to find new pieces, but I'm just weird with clothes. I just have to like, I don't know what I'm looking for, but then I'll find a shirt and be like, I love this, and then I wear the shit out of it. Yeah.
I don't own many, and then people will be like, "Oh, do you like this Hawaiian shirt?" And I'll be like, "I actually don't.
Yeah.
It's too much." And they'll be like, "And what you're wearing is not too much." I'll be like, "No, this one is the perfect amount." Like there's a subtlety to this shirt that I really enjoy.
Yeah.
But yeah, no, Hawaiian shirt, a few buttons down, because it makes me feel free. I can't wear a shirt without buttons.
Yeah. Yeah. I'm wearing Chipotle's shirt. I like wearing other people's merch too.
Oh, that's fun.
Yeah.
All right, last question. When was the last time you cried of laughter?
Probably right now. I was having a good time. I was like crying, staring up.
We have fun.
Yes.
Honestly, I saw the movie Bottoms the other night, and it killed me. I thought it was so funny. Did you see
haven't
it?
heard of it.
I have not.
Bottoms, it's pretty funny.
What's about gay guys or?
Women. Okay, first of all.
I know there's nothing wrong with that.
Feels like you thought there was.
It's like a Brokeback Mountain.
Rachel Sennett and Eddie Beery are in it, and it's like high school movie about these gay girls in high school starting.
So they are gay.
Yeah. You said guys.
I'm the crazy one.
I didn't say that you were crazy. I felt it. Yeah.
But it was good. Yeah, maybe I'll see that.
It made me laugh till I cried. But also this.
Yeah, thank you. Thank
Also
you.
this.
All right, well, thanks for doing the show.
Thank you. Bye-bye.